Hey guys, it's Max. I'm in my hotel room after the Sony press conference, and I'm going to talk about the newly announced A6300. Now, this camera is supposed to come out almost a year ago, a lot of people thought, so it got pushed back, and I gotta say I'm happy that Sony waited to release this. I had expectations coming in. I had things that I thought weren't going to be great on the camera, and Sony actually blew my mind with this camera. Most of you guys know that I shoot mainly video. I do a little bit of stills, but mainly video now, and so a lot of people expected this camera to have 4K. But what they didn't expect, and what I didn't expect, is that it's going to have a full sensor readout. Yes, it's a Super 35 sensor, 24 megapixels. So if you're reading out a 16:9 image for a video, it's 20 megapixels. What a lot of cameras recently came out have is when you go into that 4K mode, it actually crops in. The D500 crops 1.5 times over its standard 1.5 times crop. So it's a big crop. That's a micro four thirds sensor. Their flagship camera, the D5, basically, that crops as well. The Canon 1DX Mark II, that also crops in a little bit. Now, what they're doing is, what I'm super happy about, is it's taking the full sensor readout and it's super sampling that down. So basically, it's 6K video going into 4K. Now, like you see on the NX1, it's really, really high detail. The image is supposed to look awesome. So not only that, so I'm very happy that it doesn't crop into the image. Super happy. It has the same picture profiles as the A7S II. You have your S-Log2, you have your S-Log3, and you also have that Gamma Assist that helps you see a regular image while you're shooting log format. They put that into there as well. It also has 120 frames per second recording. On the A7S II, when you go into 120 frames per second, it crops in 2.2 times over full frame. That's more than a micro four thirds crop. So a huge crop. Here, it crops almost nothing. The crop factor is 1.5 on this sensor over a full frame, and when you go into that 120 frames per second, it's 1.6. That's the crop factor of your T3i, T6i, 7D, 70D, so same size. So basically almost no crop whatsoever for that 120 frames per second. So very, very impressive. That just speaks to the processing power of the processor in there. Basically, it has a faster processor than the A7S II. So very, very impressive. It has those features. So this is going to be a perfect B camera for all you guys who own A7S IIs, A7R2s. You're going to be able to match your picture profiles. You're going to have that 4K. It's going to be awesome. Of course, one thing we still don't know about is it going to overheat. We're going to have to check that part out once we get, our hands on the camera so we can actually test it in depth. Unfortunately, we were not able to put in a memory card to take any footage home because it's still pre-production. But based off the specs and on actually using the camera, I was very impressed. Now, another area, video autofocus. When I was using the camera, I did the face detect autofocus, and based on what I saw, it looks to be better tracking than both the A7S II and the A7R2. The video autofocusing stayed on the face really, really well. Of course, I wasn't able to take the footage home to actually see it on a big screen, but from what I could tell, the tracking was really good. And I also saw a couple things in the menu system where it allows you to change the autofocusing speed and responsiveness, which is what the Samsung NX1 has. So you can go for a slower change. That way it looks more natural, like you're actually focusing yourself, not like a camera focusing really quick. So basically, I'm very impressed. The viewfinder looked awesome. It has 120 frames per second refresh rate on that viewfinder. So that was great. Unfortunately, the LCD screen on the back is not touchscreen, and I don't think they've made really like an improvement over the A6000 there. It could be wrong, but it didn't look great. In the video mode, it is dimmer than it is in photo mode. Unfortunately, I've complained about that on the A7S II, on the A7R2. Now, Sony says this is a new sensor, and they have improved circuitry, so it makes sense for the low light to be better. Now, is it 2 stops better? I'm not sure, but if it is, call me happy, because typically 1600 is the max you want to shoot at. So if they're allowing you to go 2 stops higher, I'm guessing a 6400 is going to look good. If it is, I will be extremely, extremely happy, and I'm probably going to buy 2 or 3 of these if this comes true, basically, if there's no overheating as well. So the camera does have a microphone input, and it will accept Sony's XLR adapter as well. And Sony is saying this sensor is going to have 14 stops of dynamic range in their log profile. So it's going to have better dynamic range than your GH4, than your NX1, stuff like that, if you're using those log profiles. So I'm definitely impressed there. As far as the 4K shooting, if you're shooting at 24 frames per second, it's full sensor. Now, interesting, if you go to the 30 frames per second, it is a very slight crop, not very much, but it does crop in a little bit. So it's really pushing that processor to its limit. So to finish this off, the camera is going to have an expanded zebra, just like the A7S II, so you have a lot of options there. And the camera is going to sell for $999 for the body only, and $150 more if you want that kit lens. So I'm very, very impressed on the video side, photo side. Definitely going to be impressive as well. Very fast autofocus. Overall, very, very happy with this, more than I thought was going to happen. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these cameras. Of course, if you guys want to subscribe to my channel, you're going to see that as soon as it goes live. Can't wait to show you guys actual samples of 4K and do some further testing and some comparisons as well. So let me know what you guys think. You guys can ask in the comments section below there. I'll let you guys know if you guys have any questions, if I'm able to answer those questions. And if you guys enjoyed this video, if it was helpful, if you enjoyed my enthusiasm about this, give me a thumbs up on the video and make sure to hit that sub button. And I'm also going to have some videos of the 85-1.4 that was announced and the 24-70, and I'm going to have a 4K sample footage with those lenses, as well as actual JPEG and RAW image download. So you guys can download it, play with it, edit it, check it out for yourself. So make sure you guys subscribe so you guys don't miss out on those videos as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.